Hey guys, what is going on? Happy Saturday. Another beautiful day here in Southwest Michigan. So guys, thank you to my new subscribers. I want to give you guys an update on the car. Just go through what the build is, why I'm building it, where we're going. So first, why are we building this car? We're building a car for fun. We're building a car for reliability. We are building a full bolt-on, naturally aspirated car. So what does that mean? Okay, so right now we're full bolt-on. How much further can we go? Well, probably not much. Okay, we already got E85, we got 50-pound injectors. We're ported on the Boss. Again, this build is all Boss parts, and it's meant to be all Boss build. This is an iconic car. I look at this car as being a staple in American muscle, and to have one of these for me is special. I've always wanted a Mustang, never been able to get one. Finally, I got a late model. It's retro, Boss 302. For me, this is a badass ride. What we're doing, where we're going again. Where we're going from the full bolt-on naturally aspirated. So we have brand new bare Boss heads. We're going to have them built. We're going to have them re-CNC'd by Lavernus Motorsports out of Dearborn. They're going to do all the machine work. They're going to do the hand blending, and they're going to order me custom valves for the exhaust. So I've had several discussions with them. I've been working with Dave, and we'll be taking our heads to them probably in about a month to get to work on. By winter, these heads will be ready. We'll let you guys take a look at the stock heads. Now, Boss heads are special. If anybody doesn't know this, the Boss is a Roadrunner engine. These Boss heads have a higher copper. They have longer valve stems, so any other Coyote head valve will not work. Valve length will not work in this head. That's only specific to the Boss 302. So we're going to stick with, again, Boss parts, with the exception of the exhaust valve. We're going to keep with the beehive valve springs. I don't plan on spending it over $8 grand. And then we'll of course use all the remaining parts, locks, retainers, etc. It's all going to be stock. It's already built tough. It's built for the track, so that's where we're going with this. Now, what does that mean? What's going to be a little bit different? And again, a lot of people don't know this about the Boss. One of the special things, and when I talk about my previous videos, a lot of engineering went into this car. These cars have a 6-angle valve job. Ford did that, get more flow at lower lift for the racetrack to make more power. Now, Lavernus cannot do a 6-angle valve job. They can do a 3-angle, which has been pretty much standard to the industry. However, we don't think it's going to hurt flow too much. We don't know how much different it's going to be, but I don't think it's going to be noticeable, and that's why I'm using an additional pair of heads to do this, as opposed to changing my stock heads. I don't want to do anything with that. What does that mean for horsepower? Where are we going on that? So again, let's just talk about flow. They can get these a flow about mid 330s on the intake and about 210 on the exhaust. A Gen 2 head CNC outflows a Boss head, unfortunately. I don't want to use a Gen 2 because it's a Gen 2. I want to stick with the Boss, so it will outflow this Boss head by about 10 to 12 CFM on the intake side, maybe a little bit more on the exhaust side, maybe 15 to 20. However, that may be roughly an estimated 10 to 15 horsepower difference, which, to me means nothing. So what else is going on in this car? So we have the Boss racing cams. Okay, well, a lot of people are saying, those aren't nothing. No, they're not, but they're gonna work. They're gonna keep me at 13mm lift. They're gonna give me more duration on the intake and much more duration on the exhaust. There isn't any other camshaft out of Ford on any one of these cars that has a 290-degree duration on the exhaust side. So we're really going to keep them valves open longer to make more power. I'm super excited about that. So roughly these cams might be good for 25 horse and about 20 foot-pounds of torque, my understanding. However, Lavernus said that they have not coupled these cams with a CNC, reported head that we're doing. So this is going to be new. This is going to be new. What am I anticipating? What is my goal? My goal is try to get to 600 horsepower naturally aspirated on an all Boss motor, right? Running Boss cams with, again, the stock variable 50-degree timing. I want to keep that. I want the car to sound stock, but when I roll into this baby, she's going to be mean, she's going to hook, and she's going to fool a lot of people. This car deserves its iconic, naturally aspirated form, and that's what we plan on keeping it in. Now, what else are we doing with the car? Well, weren't you trying to drag race it? I am getting it set up, but I'm trying to make this car best of both worlds. So we have not touched the front suspension. It is adjustable. I don't have the tools for it. I'm working on that. So I can adjust the Eibach Pro Street strings to get it lifted so we can get a better launch off the line. When we go back to the street or road course, we're going to lower it back down. The rear springs are still good for a road course. They're BMR drag springs, and according to BMR, you can use them for both. So we'll just interchange the shocks from a drag shock, which is a Lakewood, and again, yes, it's not the top dog Viking, but it's working for us. We got a 202 in the street, and I plan on getting that down or better if we can hook. We may have to go to a 15-inch, but we're still working on it. I'm taking one piece at a time. So getting back to reliability, the biggest downside to this car is its transmission. We got a full stage 3 Kellemer trans in this car. So overall, guys, that's what this channel is about. Building this car, but in between all that, we're doing fun things. Going to shows, hitting Mexico, seeing what's going on. I got some exciting news for you guys, and I'll share that in a different video. But anyways, that's where we're going. I'll let you guys take a look at the engine. To my new viewers, we'll take a look at this head. So guys, if you're wondering why I'm back in the dungeon, finally on a pole barn, we're getting the doors up. So that's great news. Hopefully we can get the landscape worked out. There's a long list of things we need to correct. So anyways, let's check out this car. It's probably nothing that you guys have not seen before. My recommendation is go to my Instagram account, Coyotes North, just to get an idea of what's on the car. I have the full list there, but basically this is a Boss ported intake, 85mm throttle body, JLT Performance 2 cold air, 170-degree thermostat, 50-pound injectors. We have the JSM voltage regulator for the fuel pump, just in case we need it. And then going on the bottom side, we got long tubes, 1 7/8 inch. We have the McLeod 800 horsepower clutch, RST, Lighten flywheel, braided clutch line. We have the Kellemer Stage 3 transmission, Ford one-piece drive shaft. We also have the McLeod throwout bearing, going back to a Ford 373 rear end. As far as rear suspension, it's all Steeda parts, Steeda drag pack stage 1. And then we have a aftermarket pan handlebar along with BMR drag springs. So rest, lower control, upper control arm is Steeda stage 1 drag pack. I believe that covers it. We recently added the race stars up front, the bias MTET streets. Our car weight with a little bit of gas in it, about a quarter of a tank or less roughly, we're about 35.75. So we dropped some weight off the car, but we're still working on that. We're not going to go crazy. We're not going to take anything out. Interior still stock. A little messy in there, and that's the way we plan on keeping it, as I said before. These are the boss heads. These are the boss castings. So we're going to get re-CNC'd. You can see they are currently CNC'd, so they got a new program. We'll get these re-CNC'd. Let's get them turned over. These are our intake ports. They will be all hand massaged by Lavernus or Lavernos. You say potato, I say potato. These are our intake and exhaust. And again, those are all going to be reworked with a custom exhaust valve. We'll take a look at our exhaust side. So this is how they stand stock. So we would like to get this work done probably by November and hopefully have this set up for spring. They have the heads on, the cams, and then we have the billet oil pump gears, lightened phaser plates for our phasers on the camshaft, and then we also have a lightened pulley on our water pump, and then we have a Coyote high volume water pump. And that's going to wrap up this package, and she should be a beast. We'll get a good tune on it. I'm not sure who's going to do the tune yet, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So guys, that's where we're going. That's what this channel is about. So like and subscribe, stay tuned. It's going to be a fun. This is a long, slow build, and it's not a cheap build, I can tell you that. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and take care.